some were more gifted in one area and others in others. And the girl who might be a very slow reader may be able to do beautiful pottery. And we all learn to appreciate each other in that way. And it changes your expectations of people and sort of gives you a more balanced look at life. And talk about taking that out of this little utopian world that the school was. And when I graduated and went out into the larger world, I lived in New Orleans for a year, Atlanta for a couple of years, and then New York for 20 years. And my area of expertise, or the thing I did best in school, and somehow I just latched onto that, and that was what I was a writer. And I don't know why or how, but we all had to write our essays in class, and we'd read them, and I thought there were plenty of other good writers in our class, but they all thought I was, so that was my source of pride. And I went into journalism, and by the time we were in our senior year, we were given some sort of aptitude type tests, being encouraged what to do. And everybody I know in later life told me that they took that same test and were told that they should be social workers. But Mark Taylor was the teacher who evaluated, and he knew me very well personally. And he said, with what this test shows and what I know of you, you should go into public relations. And it was kind of destiny. I mean, I just couldn't get around it. And I had a 20-year career in public relations, which in New York is a very, very competitive field, and it can be rather cutthroat. But I think what you come out with is a sense of self that I knew no matter what or how mean or unthinking some of the people I was working with might be, that I could write rings around them. And I always had that sense of what my gift was and that couldn't be taken away. And I think that got me through it. I'm not a competitive person, and I don't do very well in that kind of environment. But I always go back to the thought, well, I'm really right. It's really not that important. And a lot of people can make themselves look better, but if you know what your own strengths are, it's not difficult to just get through it. And that career was very tough, but by the time I got to midlife, I had the good fortune to get involved in theater, which I'd done in an amateur way. And when I was young, I wanted to do it professionally, but I hadn't really had the chance, and took the chance to start a theater company. I started an amateur theater, and then when I decided to move back to Fairhope, looked around, and there were plenty of good amateur groups around. I thought the way to take this is into the professional. So I could use the public relations background to organize and set that up. That's, I don't know how organic it is, but I think it is in a way, because I think the theater, one of the other things, and I guess this is sort of, you've mentioned this too, is the feeling of family in that organic school. And I really felt a kinship with my classmates and the other people in the school, people who graduated long before me. We were all in this experience. We shared this through the years. And theater has a way of giving you the same feeling. Every play you put on, every team of people you get together to work on the different aspects becomes a family.
So much of... Excuse me, Brian. Graham. Did you do any drama when you were in the organic school?
Not really.
This is what I was just about to touch on. It seemed to me, although we weren't doing, well, there were the plays that were up there, like the senior class and all, when our older sister Billy was involved.
Mm-hmm.
But it seemed to me that so much of what we did was oriented toward some sort of a presentation,
Mm-hmm.
that when it came time to be acting or anything else, it always seemed the most natural thing in the world for me to do. As though, in other words, the folk dance, we were doing it for fun and we were doing it for the class, but we always knew that we were going to put on the white suits and we were going to get up and dance for the people.
Mhm.
And we made stuff in arts and crafts, and we made them as beautifully as we could. And we always knew that it wasn't just for us. There was going to be a show.